So yes, I want trash what an out of context quote. I agree. And Stupid Ketchup is right. We should put more money. If you would like to unalive the grunt, you should make sure that that lead is large. Then the very last run of the day after the murder of Sonic the Hedgehog is Pokemon Snap by CC. And that's our other incentive. We're going to be playing bonus daily games, extra bonus daily games. And that is currently doing pretty well. That's doing pretty well. It's at 105-ish out of 200. So we're just under $100 away from hitting the target for that, which of course means more SDAT and also CC playing more video games, which is good for everyone. So get those donations in for all of these things, chat room. The charity is a great cause. It absolutely deserves it. And also more marathon, more SDAT. I am getting word that we are good to go with the Ori run. So we're going to kick things over to a word from the charity, some bumpers from our friends, and when we come back, it will be time for Ori and the Blind Forest by Finalflame. Catch you all on the other side.
I know that you gave so much to keep my dream alive. Everybody has their moment, maybe this is mine. I know that you'll be so proud to see how far I've come. I'll pay it back to you. I'll pay it back to you.
Probably more.
All right, gamers, welcome back to SDAT 2025. It is my pleasure to introduce the next run. It is going to be Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition, all skills, no out of bounds, by the one and only Finalflame. Finalflame, how you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing well. Hopefully everybody watching is. So, hello, I am Finalflame. If you're a longtime viewer of this channel, you've probably seen me. And I'm continuing my tradition of attempting every time I'm on this channel to be running something different rather than the same game over and over and over again. So today's got to be Ori and the Blind Forest Definitive Edition. This is a speedrun that I very recently learned earlier this year. It's something I'd been wanting to learn for a very long time, and I'm really excited to finally know the run and get to show it off. Let me introduce my co-commentator. You've heard her on this channel before as well. She brings me good luck with my runs. Maybe she'll bring me another PB today. Hi Mendez, how are you?
Hello, I am good. I've been joining Flame with a lot of his practice of this game over the last, couple of weeks or so, and I've picked up on a few terms, but I don't know a lot about this game, so I'll be the audience surrogate for this run.
Well, you're gonna learn the speedrun tomorrow, though, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
As ever.
Alright, without further ado, let's dive into it. We will be playing on normal mode. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, starting off with a cutscene skip. We're going to be skipping every cutscene we can through any means we can in this game. So if you're here for the story, I'm sorry. If you're here for the graphics and incredible music, welcome. This game is absolutely incredible. It has an amazing score written for it. I love the music, love the graphics, basically love everything about this game.
Yeah, I've only played the game from a very casual point of view, but like the graphics is really what drew me to this game. It's really pretty.
Alright, so one thing I'm going to point out that I just did, I turned my HUD off. You're going to see that being turned on and off throughout the run. The reason you want it off most of the time is to avoid a bunch of text, a bunch of cutscene text, basically, such as right here. There's text that would normally appear on the screen if the HUD was on. We don't want that because that takes time to go through. However, by having the HUD off, I also can't see my health or energy, so there are points in the run which I want that on or off. One other thing to point out, I am playing this game on controller. Optimally, it's probably better to use mouse and keyboard, so there are going to be a few times I have to go a little bit slow because of that. But I'm just so used to the controller right now that, for comfort purposes, I stick to it. One other thing I am doing a bunch of jumping around. That is slightly faster. I don't know how much, but I can't imagine it's not that much faster. Alright, so now we have an ability to attack. Now we can kill things. There's our friend sign. And off to collect our first couple of keystones. One important thing early on in this run, I'm going to be intentionally collecting or dodging experience. That is for a trick that will be coming up pretty early in the run, at which I need to level up at a specific time. And that's got to be the first major trick. There's kind of 3 what I would call major tricks in the run. Actually wanted to take damage there. But we're going to do a not major trick right there. I just put those keystones in the door, put down the save, died, and now the door is open, rather than waiting for the animation. That is called Ghost Door. We're going to see that many times throughout the run. So I didn't actually want...
Doors are slow.
Yeah. Didn't want to be at full health there. That's a little unfortunate. That's why I usually kill that. Okay. So that is us collecting an extra life orb. We're gonna need extra health for this run. Come on. You're gonna see me doing a lot of safety stuff throughout the run, whether it be killing enemies that are in my way, collecting extra life orbs, a lot of safety saves, couple backup strats. Most of it will not cost me much time. That is a mapstone pedestal. We don't care about maps. We know our way through here.
Well, maybe you know your way through here.
Okay,
Hopefully.
fair point. Alright, so ideally, I want to level up right down here. I don't actually know where my experience is at, though, right now. Oh, there we go. That wasn't too late. So the reason I wanted to level right there is you noticed I had an explosion come out for me. That killed everything on screen, which is kind of useful because I have to go back that way in just a moment. So this is our first skill tree. We are getting the wall jump ability here, which will allow us to jump off walls. Kind of self-explanatory on that one. Not all of them are like that. And then up here to our first, first, not only, extra energy cell. That gives us 4 energy, which is very important coming up in the run. We're going to need all 4 of them. That's a thorn. That's definitely RNG manipulation. Not me just failing the jump. Anytime I get hit like that, it's absolutely RNG manipulation.
Yeah, of course.
Little pro dodge strats there. So yeah, we're just making our way back now. So this category, our goal is to collect all skill trees as well as the feather, which doesn't come from a skill tree, but it's similar. Get out of my way. So right now I'm intentionally dodging as much experience as I can. I'm not too worried about taking damage, as I will have a safety save coming up. We got a trick coming up as well. I'd say it's not a major skip in the run, but it is a major trick, because we're going to utilize it plenty. And that is called Save Anywhere. It's coming up right down here. I will do my best to explain it. Alright, so we have a save teleporter right over here. We're going to utilize that as I skip as much of that experience as I can. Alright, so we're going to open up our ability point menu. I'm going to turn my HUD on. I have 35 experience. That's useful to know. So it's kind of hard to tell, but in the background, I am moving Ori right now. That is by opening this experience point thing. I think... saved a little late. Should be good. But I learned something where I wanted to save the game, quit, and now I can move without watching a cutscene. That's a really bad explanation. It's kind of difficult for me to explain, but we'll have more chances. We're going to be using that a lot. So I need to kill 2 enemies.
I feel like, from my understanding, like while you're on that screen, the cutscene trigger doesn't play, right? So as long as you like move past it.
So it will actually play, and that's what led to a soft lock the other day, if you remember right. But as I grab this, save. But what happens when you learn that ability? It actually places a save right there, so you're able to reload in and then skip the cutscene as a result, because the cutscene trigger has already played or something. So coming up here just to get this ability cell. Actually, it's not a full cell. I think it's just some points. I'm waiting because I really don't want to kill this enemy right here. I do not want its experience. Oh no! Well, okay, we're gonna do that again. I thought I was about to get hit, so I overcompensated. That's unfortunate. By the way, I will be donating $1 for every death of mine. There's a chance it'll be many deaths. I thought about doing more, but, you know, I don't want to go broke. But I do recommend anyone that can do that also join me in doing it. I need that orb to respawn up here. So fortunately, I do have a death counter. I'll just have to remember to check it out at the end of the run. And let's try this again. Wait. Okay. I really don't want to get hit by those. So I'm taking this area a little safe as a result. Avoid these pretty beams of death. Like, the color in this area is so fantastic.
Oh, it really is. Great avoidance work.
Yeah, the graphics in this game are incredible. Everything about this game is amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
Shout out to Moon Studios. It's incredible. I fell in love with it the first time I ever saw it. This is the other enemy I'm going to kill, because it's just kind of in my way. So at this point, I cannot kill anything else until a precise moment in time. So we're going to be dodging all these enemies. And that is because we need to level up at a specific moment. So pretty. Alright. So yeah, the orb we're carrying right now only lights up a little radius around us, which enables us to see things such as all these platforms. It's kind of the gimmick of this area, although pretty soon we will be lighting up the entire area. It'll still be pretty though.
Yeah, and usually I'm not really a fan of like darkness gimmicks, but I think this just does it really well where the platforms literally don't even exist if they're not in the light. Like, so it's not just a case of what your monitor can see, it's literally a case of like it being used in the mechanic. So yeah,
no,
really cool.
Why did Ori put that in already? Oh well.
Oh.
I was supposed to do another cutscene skip there, and I could just exit and redo it, but we'll watch the cutscene.
I mean, getting to watch cutscenes, that's a bonus. That's a bonus right there.
Yeah, it was a little too close. That's fine. I was meant to do another save anywhere, but I am going to grab that because I will need that coming up. So I want to grab that now. Alright, we now have the all-important dash ability. This allows us to go fast, and it also will give us the thing that you donated for, which I greatly appreciate, the Rainbow Dash.
The Rainbow Dash, so it's even more important for this run in particular.
So, in theory, I should be using this the entire run to go super fast. However, while I will be using it plenty, I also, every time I do that to go super fast and spam it, I end up dying. Because I run into an enemy or an obstacle or something. I'm gonna take a death here because I do not want to get hit.
I mean, you got to make all those safety saves worth it, right?
Right. All right. One thing I did not mention.
Extra $1 to charity each time, right?
Yeah, exactly. One thing I did not mention: those saves will refill my health and energy every time. Only the teleporters will do that, which is why I just saved that. If I do a rekindle save, which is where I put a save out in the world, it will not do that. It will replenish a little bit of life. So this is our friend, the Frankie. This is Frankie Walk. This is the first major trick of the run. It's a nightmare. I hope I have him down to 1 health. I might have only had him down to 2. Yeah, I should have waited. Alright, so I need to kill him and level up in a very specific point. Right there. The pickup's slow to me. I'm spamming the energy in this door. I'd love to talk more about it, but I gotta focus for a moment. Hey! Okay, Mendez, are you able to talk about what I just did at all?
Bring enemy with to, like, let yourself level up as the door opens. I can't remember the reason. Wait.
Alright, so the reason we kill the Frankie in that position, when you level up, you gain full health and energy. Hey, there's another death. Unfortunately, I was able to save right there.
Yeah, because we don't technically have the energy to open that door, right? But by replenishing energy as it's filling up, yes, we get to use the energy twice.
Yeah, for some reason I said we have 4 energy earlier, I think. We only have 2 energy right now. But that door takes 4. So if we die, or if we level up while the energy's in the door, we keep the energy in the door and it will also replenish and we can put more energy in that door. So you have to stand in the precise-ish spot for that to work. And that is huge. That is a very important trick.
I remember you saying it like skips a massive portion of the game.
Yeah, we're gonna be skipping a lot of the game. Alright, got another ghost door coming up. Right here, we're gonna take a death and that door is going to be open on our way to double jump. Another very important ability. Even the less important abilities we'll be collecting because, you know, it is required as part of all skills. I do have... Hi, Frankie. Another save anywhere I'm going to do right here. Whoops, as I hit the wrong button. Alright, so I saved while after activating that tree. The reason I did that... I'm in the water, okay. So yeah, I just went all the way to the left while being off screen. That does save a little bit of time, and honestly, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, that just looks cool more than anything. It's like, it saves time, absolutely, but...
Yeah, you saw also some of that text show up on the... Get wrecked. Some of the text show up because I had the HUD on from that trick. I do need the HUD on for a portion of it. Alright, here's another energy cell. We're gonna need that. Do not die there. I've been crushed by those too many times. Alright, got another trick here to skip going around the left side of Moon Grotto. I actually don't even know that I need that, but I'm usually grabbing it, so...
Yeah. There's a very finicky sea jump you can do here to get up to the next ledge.
Yes, it is very, very finicky.
Oh,
nice.
Yeah, perfect. Let's try.
Got a cutscene skip here using a rekindle skip. I'm going to put that save there, move to the right in the cutscene trigger, rekindle that save, and that will allow us to go through here without triggering the cutscene. The reason that's huge here is if you played this area casually, there's boulders raining down on your head that get in your way, damage you. We don't have to deal with them right now because the cutscene never happened. And we're gonna do another rekindle skip there does skip a little bit of a cutscene as well.
He's just kind of chilling there, holding the lever, you know?
Yeah, we're going through this area very backwards, so it's going to look a little weird. Alright, that is our Gumon seal, I believe it's called. That is going to allow us access into the Ginzo tree. That is the game's first dungeon. We are not going to be doing all of the dungeons in the game. Because, well, we don't need to. Hey, look, it's a cutscene that should have played earlier. Alright, over here, we're going to take a safety save. We don't actually need to save here, but we do need to go in this teleporter just to activate it. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of collection here. I'm going to get rid of this enemy, because every time I hit it, and I'm really sick of hitting it, I need to get this. Now, I'll be back here later. I could have grabbed it then, but I just want to grab it now so I don't manage to forget. Because, boy, that would be embarrassing. Alright, I'm going to put a safety save there before I dash into these thorns. Kill this enemy that's currently very much in my way. And we have one more thing we're going to collect before entering the Ginzo tree. Which requires more finicky jumps there, which we got right away. That was kind of nice. I'm doing, by the way, one thing I'm doing that I haven't been pointing out is dash gliding. Essentially, I am dashing and jumping. However, immediately upon jumping, I'm letting go of the direction stick. And that allows me to keep extra momentum. If I were still holding it, it makes a noticeable difference. Noticeable difference. I would not be jumping nearly as far. And that's kind of important. Get out of my way. Alright, where's the trigger for this?
Oh, there's another cutscene skip, right?
It is. I haven't done in who knows how long. I think that's close enough. Nope.
Nope.
I tried. It's not worth doing again.
Little too early?
Just slightly to the left, yeah. I was winging it. This is one that really, it's not costing you much time, so I wasn't too worried about it. And into the Ginzo tree. Very movement heavy. I'm horrible at movement, as you're about to see. A lot of safety saves, and yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a puzzly dungeon as well, with the teleporters on the sides of the screen.
I don't know why I never get that. That's fine. We're just going to skip the skip.
While we're climbing here, if I can pop in and just let the folks know a little more about the charity.
Sure, go for it. This is probably a great
Fabulous. Awesome. So, chat, as a reminder, we are raising money this weekend for Save the Children. Save the Children is a charity whose goal is to, you guessed it, save the children. They go out of their way to do basically everything that they can, and to give you a little bit of insight into the kinds of things that your donations are going to be helping to pay for. A $50, $50 is a pretty standard amount that we see. There's a couple of incentives that could get a little bit ahead with $50, and if you were to donate that amount, you would be supplying a home water filter to a group of kids, so that girls can spend their days in school and not running around fetching water from everywhere. So even little things like, that a water filter that we, those of us who are a little bit better off, may take for granted, that's something that kids just haven't had ever. So it's definitely worth getting the word out, getting, adding whatever you can, because every little bit is going to help. So something like a home water filter is going to change lives in their entirety, which is very, very important.
Yeah, I fully intend on doing a donation later on. Love raising money for charity. So we have the mini boss to this dungeon. I've already taken a hit. I really need to avoid getting hit a second time because that will likely kill me. I'm also trying to bait him over here towards the left. I don't want him appearing at the far right. You see the little health bars, red means they're getting close to death.
Oh.
I want that!
Yep.
There we go. Cool. Alright.
And then we got the second part of the Ginzo tree, right?
Yes, going to do our
So there's
first
gonna be
keystone collection sequence.
Yeah.
The keystone trick that you're probably thinking of is not coming up yet.
Wait.
Oh my gosh, that is... We're not gonna talk about what just happened, y'all. There is no proof of it. Can y'all just cut that
I don't
from the
think
stream
anybody saw
bot?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're good. We can edit it in post. You'll be fine.
Cool. Alright, so we got 4 of these keystones we're collecting for this keystone door. There's 8 keystones in total in the tree, and there's gotta be something interesting happening later on. So, where's my health at? Yeah. A little too much health to do a ghost door here. That's fine. Alright, so this is a very important skill tree. This is Bash. I just gotta break the speedrun wide open. I do want to point out at this point, I'm going to go a little out of my way. Very little to collect some safeties. These little, they're not ability cells, they're fragments of some. I'm going to collect 5 of them in total, and that's going to allow me to actually skip an ability cell later on in the run. That's honestly just such a pain in the butt that it's just not worth it for me to keep going on it, to keep trying to get it. Alright, so that was 2 I just got. Gonna use that one there. I should have sent another one of these through while I was waiting. Alright, so
Yeah,
that's...
so one of the cool things about Bash is that you can use it to kind of redirect enemies' shots, and we can use that in really cool ways later on.
Oh, thank you. I totally forgot to explain what that was. So we got a massive trick coming up. We are going to collect exactly 3 of these keystones. Put them in the door. Realize, oh, we forgot a keystone. We should probably just die as a result. Turn my HUD on to verify I still, in fact, have 3 keystones. Which I do. And now, so what just happened is we died with those 3 keystones in the door. It actually gave us those keystones back after we respawned. This allows us to recollect these keystones. And keystones can be used at any keystone door. So we now have 3 keystones we can use at a later time. That is keystone duping. That is very important. That allows us to skip a bunch. I've got another mini boss here. Just got to redirect 4 of these. And we are done in the Ginzo tree. It's kind of unfortunate because above me is an absolutely incredible sequence to get out of here. However, we do not do it in the run. But if you ever want to play this game casually, I promise you, you will love it. You will probably die a lot your first time. You will love it.
Yeah, but it is the kind of game where there's very frequent saves and it's very quick to retry. So
yeah,
it's really like good feeling gameplay. And yeah, those 3 keystones will let us skip some keystones for adults coming up.
Gotta do our 4th backup here. I can do it a bit later, but since I'm here, let's just go ahead and grab it. And, oh yeah, I forgot about this cutscene. And we have a trick coming up. I don't remember the name, but it stinks. This is the second, what I would call second major trick of the run. Only do a save here. I'm sure I won't need that again. So, we're going to bring this friend with us for a little bit. Something you totally haven't heard before from me.
Yeah, we make a lot of friends in this game.
Yeah, so we need to bring this friend with us because we're going to take an entrance in the swamp that we're not supposed to. Alright, will this be kind to me?
And this is what I was talking about with like using the bash.
Oh, that was so close.
So getting it to fire upwards and then grabbing the projectile.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, yeah.
This trick is hard.
Yeah.
So to get in the swamp, what you're meant to do is you get thrown there after you're done with the Ginzo tree. But we didn't actually finish, so we're actually going to come up with an alternate path because there is a skill tree in swamp, specifically Stomp. So we need that, and this friend's going to help us get there. Okay. Oh.
Yeah. And it's two very precise jumps that need to be made. One off a low ability to get Ori up there, like that, and then one to actually destroy the platform. Perfect.
There we go. I will take second try. I'm very
that's
happy
really
with
good.
that.
Second try is really good.
Yeah, I struggle a lot with that. So one thing that's not evident, so this water looks nice and blue and clear and pretty. Because we didn't actually finish the Ginzo tree, that's what gives you clean water, swimmable water, breathable water. If we were to touch that water, it is actually still poison. I also didn't point it out, but I'll try and remember on the way back that this is the area in which you actually would normally activate Rainbow Dash. Because of all the constant exiting out of the game I do, I can't just manually activate Rainbow Dash. I actually have Live Split doing it for me. That's fine. This is a Stomp tree.
And actually, this area as well is where we need to use those keystones, right? Because the keystones are actually in the water.
So we just used 2 of them there. This is going to be the last safety ability points I'm going to be getting. I definitely did not do that well. That's okay. I didn't mention, but activating skill trees also does give you a respawn point. It basically acts as a save. I'm going to take us a little safe, because every time I try and do it quick, it doesn't quite go my way. Cool. Okay.
Safe strats always.
What was that?
Marathon safe strats are good always.
Yeah. So right here in the background, you'll see a rainbow. This is the area in which you would activate Rainbow Dash. I'm not going to hang too long. But now we're going to go backwards. And what we're meant to do is, remember our friend from here, we're meant to use it again. I'll just do a quick save there. But we're not going to do that because it just doesn't work out in my favor. Because you're meant to get that ability cell up there. So instead, I came up with that backup strat a couple hours ago.
I literally go for a nap just before the run, and you've changed the route. What is this?
Hey now. There's a skip you can do here. It's hard. I didn't even bother learning it. That would skip this cutscene. To my knowledge, I don't know. I don't think it can be done with a rekindle save. I don't quite know why. Right, on our way to get a couple more pickups before the next skill tree. I'm gonna save here because I don't want to watch that again if something goes wrong. I have an energy cell I'm going to pick up and a life cell. This life cell technically isn't required, but it is a nice safety because I'm going to need extra life later on. Because remember, I did not get clean water, but there's a segment in the final part of the game where you go for a swim. Well, I won't be able to do that. Oh, you're dead. Oh, shoot. Oh, well, okay. I think I did this before. I made this work. Not like that. See, I wanted to use that enemy, it just died. That's right, let me just do this. There we go. We can't damage boost through those spikes. Those will kill you no matter your health. I don't quite know why that is. So we have to utilize bashing off of these projectiles. You were seeing bash gets a lot of use.
Mm-hmm.
Hope chat's enjoying this. I haven't really had time to look over at that monitor and see everything. Little trick here. You can stomp through that. You're not actually meant to do that. You gotta see that with multiple doors. I don't know why that works. Please drop down. I hope that Frankie follows me. Yes, good. That's actually going to be a bit of a time save. This is Charge Flame. It's an ability we're never going to use. That's what you need to know about Charge Flame. That's why I'm happy that Frankie followed us. And I have another cutscene skip coming up. It's a pretty big one. And also a little difficult to do because of you only have a very small spot in which to do this. No, I'm not happy with that. I'm trying to jump over the cutscene trigger, but it's pretty difficult to do. Let me make sure my cursor's far enough away. There we go.
Very nice. Well, basically completely unable to see.
Yeah, there's a lot of that. Come on. There we go. Alright, so off towards Sorrow Pass. Let's not forget to open the door. I definitely have never done that before. You want to see something here. Let's see how many ability points I have.
I can actually
Oh, I
give you an
have
update.
plenty,
Flame.
okay. What was that?
I can actually give you an update, Flame, and I can confirm that chat is vibing.
Good. Hopefully, like,
Which
this makes someone want to go out and get this game. I'm dead. Oh, I'm
yeah.
somehow not dead. I didn't realize I was at 1 health.
Oh.
I'm gonna get rid of that and safety save real quick.
I was going to say vibing is the absolute correct response to Ori, but stress is also sometimes Oh.
Alright, that's fine. So I'm actually going to place another save there, because I mentioned earlier briefly, each save currently gives me 1 life. So I do want a bit of extra life here. We're going to stomp on this bird's head, and somehow that opens up this wall. I'd love to tell you why that works. Nobody knows.
I mean, obviously.
Well, somebody knows. It ain't me, though. That's not quite how I wanted that to go. Going to use these projectiles to skip our way up here, get another one of these. I'm going to turn off my HUD now. Alright, so making our way up through this area. We're going to do that again. Don't blink, you'll miss it. I'm gonna save there, because why not? I can afford safety saves. Making those rekindle saves costs 1 energy cell, so I will later on need to be a bit careful with my energy usage. But there's also plenty of spots at which I can be very liberal with my usage. Alright, coming up to a very difficult portion of the run in just a couple minutes. I just want that bird to de-aggro. I want that bird to de-aggro. I'm really not happy with this bird, so we're just gonna get it out of my way.
No intention of de-aggroing.
Because I do need a safety save there. Actually, not a safety save, it's a requirement. That is, while not a skill tree, that is also required. That is our feather. That will allow us to glide. And then we have 2 tricks we're going to be doing coming up. The biggest one called Sorrow Bash. This is an iconic trick from this run. It is a nightmare to do. It's going to allow us to ignore or skip the game's second dungeon in just a whole area. I need to learn up to charge dash. I'm going to take a save here. But first, we're going to do something called a rocket jump, which honestly looks really cool. We're going to utilize this friend again. Whee!
And then very suddenly...
That was a little strange, but I made it work. Alright, I'm just gonna focus on doing this. I am currently manipulating these birds because I need this bird over here, but not dead. I was a little low on my bash.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an issue I've been having.
Very close. I was like,
Yeah, I've had an issue getting the
last
right
one.
height at the end. I'm not quite sure what's causing it, but that's alright. This is why we have that save there. There we go. I'm going to
nice.
save now.
What was that, third try? That's
Second, I think.
incredible.
No,
Second
you
try.
might be right.
I know that is definitely like,
Whee!
just from watching, that feels like such a hard trick. Like, and
Yeah,
I know
so
it's
that
struggle with a lot,
skips
so-
doing Forlorn Cavern. Skips unlocking the wind. Wait a moment. Oh, this timing's way off, isn't it? Nope, we're good. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, so
beautiful.
that's an important rocket jump to get that frog to shoot a projectile upwards. I have 2 energy. That's awesome. That's gonna allow me to do a another ghost door coming up. On our way to get charge jump, an incredible ability. We're gonna do that again. I'm not surprised that happened.
Encore.
Look, I just want to make sure I donate enough to charity, okay?
Yeah.
And hopefully you all are doing the same thing.
Yeah, speaking of chat, are y'all keeping tabs on how much? Because I know that some of you are definitely going to be matching this $1 per death donation.
Oh no!
So
Okay, I'm
y'all
alive.
need to count. Y'all gotta count.
Alright. Got another nice gold split there. Got another tricky section coming up. This game's full of them. I should have enough energy, or not energy, ability points. I'll be double checking shortly. So one thing that's bad about me using controller is the toggle. Nice, I have 2. The toggle for the HUD is keyboard only, to my knowledge. Alright. Turn off the HUD. So, this is gonna be kind of hard to explain, but I'm up here gliding in the background. I'm going to save. I'm then going to charge jump myself to death. And hold right, and that allows me to just break through that barrier. Now, again, hard to see, there are lasers in the background I have to dodge. All while holding this save anywhere. This ability tree screen. Because we're about to do another save anywhere right up here. Assuming I do it right and don't, soft lock. Not that that's ever happened before. So there's a cutscene going on back here. I'm going to wait for a specific point. So I'm going to be quiet for a moment. Okay, collected the sunstone. Now I can save, exit, and we just skipped a very long cutscene.
Excellent.
Awesome.
No soft
I messed that up and soft locked there the other day. I didn't even know it was possible. Okay. Alright. What do you think, Mendez? Should I show off an Easter egg coming up?
I think it's worth it. I think it's well worth it. A little bit of a bonus.
Yeah. So we're gonna go over here, and there's an enemy present that was not here before. And we just threw him off a cliff. Nice Wilhelm
We got
scream.
ourselves a nice Wilhelm scream.
Alright, so as I start going through the Misty Woods, Bo, would you like to talk about anything?
Sure, yeah. So we, chat room, as mentioned previously, we are raising money for Save the Children. When you donate to Save the Children, we have a couple of bid wars going on, as well as a couple of just overall donation targets. You can choose both an incentive and a target when you make your donation. So if you are planning on sending stuff through, make sure you select both of those. Tiltify will let you do that. As for what those are, we have a couple of things coming up. We've got, as far as bid wars go, for the Halo 3 co-op run later, there is a thirsty grunt in Halo 3. Our choices are to either save the grunt, which currently has $0, or unalive the grunt, which has $60. So if you are a grunt liker and you would like to make sure that grunt stays alive, We need to get at least 61 in there. If you would like to unalive the grunt, you could put it out of reasonable range for sniping by adding to that. One of the other ones we have is for the Shadow the Hedgehog run later. We're choosing the ending. You can either have the hero ending or the neutral ending. Hero is currently in the lead by $25. But if you'd like to see the neutral ending, you can pop in there for 26 and take that one over. Then we also have, we're trying to choose the 2 toppings for the SDAT pizza. So currently, the two toppings that are in the lead are pineapple and sausage, with pepperoni a little bit behind there. But we also have options for peppers, onions, chicken, and extra cheese, which are all some degree of behind pepperoni. And as far as the longer term goals, we're just over halfway to making CC play additional bonus daily games in Pokemon Snap. You definitely want to see that. It's more SDAT, it's more charity marathon. What's not to like? And we are trying to pull together $90 to upgrade the Murder of the Sonic the Hedgehog run to all trash cans. I don't know what that means, but I want to find out. So if you are looking for things to donate to give us additional SDAT, to donate to a good cause and help out Save the Children, now is a fabulous time to do so.
Awesome. So we just got our climb ability right there. In case you can't tell, Misty Woods is a lot of precise movement, and I'm really bad at it. Just in case you couldn't tell. So the gimmick of Misty Woods, you might notice that, the screen's a little weird looking. I'm kind of backtracking, but the screen looks different whenever I do that. I need to charge them. So the gimmick here is it's kind of a maze, and every time you collect one of these keystones, you kind of can see it and hear it if you know what you're looking for. The maze changes. So like this area just opened up just now, and now I'm going through a new area. So we're going to be doing this to go through most of the maze. There is a way to kind of fix the maze, I guess you could say. However, we're not going to be completing that portion, so there's just no need. Our goal is to get through and collect all the skills. We don't need to, fix this place.
Yeah, definitely a very disorienting kind of place, and I guess the secondary gimmick is that each time you jump, you have different platforms as well.
Yeah, those platforms will change.
So it's a very confusing place.
You know what? I'm just going to take a death after that, because that's not quite how I meant to do that. That's another $1 to charity. Come on, there we go. Yeah, a lot of these extra extra pickups I'm getting are just safeties. I'm gonna take a moment and just check. Yeah, I'm pretty full on everything, at least I was. Now let's just do that. Sometimes I gotta take a death just to make it look better and do it properly. Yeah,
and just to get an idea of where the run is, I believe there's only one other skill that we can pick up, right?
Yes, this run's going very well. I'm currently looking to be, knock on wood, pretty underestimate. I do have a lot of safety buffer built into this run. Rocketori! I love that trick.
Rocket away!
Oh. Okay, I didn't actually expect that to kill me. And that's why I typically go slow. Oh my gosh, please. I'm throwing away a PB. It's fine.
I'm very much trying not to call attention to the pace, just to try and avoid jinxing.
Oh, I've known, don't worry. This ability, by the way, that I'm doing is called Charge Jump. That's what we got up in Sorrow Pass. Just do a safety save there real quick. Gosh, if you watch the world record of this, they do so much extra speed, extra dashes. Yes, they go through the game much quicker, but oh my gosh, I get motion sick trying to watch it.
It feels like a run in a category with a very, very high skill ceiling.
Alright, so this orb to the left is what will if we grabbed it, put it on the pedestal all the way to the right, it's what will fix the woods. But, well, sorry, we don't care. We'd have no need. You might recognize this area. This is now the entrance. And we're going to get on out of here, because we only have, yeah, one more skill we need to get. You're going to see me taking it a little slow, because I really do not want to die there. But I also do want to show off this sweet rainbow dash, which I didn't even know existed till recently. Alright, so we're going to backtrack towards where we were earlier in the game, here in Sunken Glades. We have to go get our grenade ability, but it required dash, or does it require bash? It requires dash. Yeah, I think it requires bash as well. It requires a lot. I was supposed to jump over that. Yeah, I was slowed there at that statue. That's simply because of the cutscene skip we did earlier. So we're going to go down here. I'm going to place a save, rekindle that save, and take a death. Now, if you watch that door all the way on the right side of the screen, that's still going up, even though I'm not holding it lever. Now, that looks kind of useless right now, because I'm not going there. But I will be going there after this section. I went a little early. That's fine.
Yeah, we just really wanted to, like, highlight the door again.
Yes, absolutely.
In case you missed it the first time.
I'm gonna kill that Frankie because I don't want to die here. Whee! Okay, I have another rekindle save here. I just want to make sure I don't die first. This is another kind of tricky one, but it's a massive cutscene skip. Oops, hello. There we go. Nice. Pause now. Didn't get the... I was a little late on my pause. That's fine. Should still be good. That is a very long cutscene. I think I missed that in my PB.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of time to save.
Yeah. Alright, so we're coming up on the end of the game. We have one more segment to do. We have to go to the game's final dungeon, Mount Horu. Come on, Ori. You can do it. You can do it. There we go. I'm going to take it a little easy here, because way too many times I've fallen directly into that laser.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing very little of the actual final dungeon. So.
Oh, hello. I forgot about that. Yeah, like, don't blink. You'll miss it. We do have a couple more hiccups to get first. Now we are going to go through this door. And oh no, we're being chased by a giant boulder. What will we do?
Oh no.
Hello? There we go. So we have one life cell here, and I have one more I'm going to pick up. That's going to be important for the final escape sequence. Thornfelt Swamp is where we're going to go. You know, so far this has actually been a pretty good run.
Yeah, I mean, you're on incredible pace, you know. Not to put any pressure, but...
Yeah, so I did build a very large buffer into my estimate. Because the last time I did this for a run, I needed every minute of it.
I will say, just to kind of highlight how good this run has been, there have been 4 gold splits so far.
One last life cell there. A lot of the movement bonus honestly comes from all the extra dashing I'm doing. That really adds up. Here's another wall. You're not meant to break like this, but, well, we're going to. Please. I didn't realize that's exactly where I would end up, actually. I want to stay way ahead of that enemy, because that will blow up in my face, and I don't want that. Alright, coming up we have a frame-perfect trick to do, which sounds horrible, but at least I can retry it over and over again, or just get it first try. Alright, so after this, the game's going to automatically save. So I'm going to exit the game. And then at a precise moment, I need to press up to go through the door. Now, however, you have to do it before the game loads. And it's a 1-frame window. Kind of like that, but, you know, better. Rip the gold split here. And you might be wondering why we're doing that. Mount Horu is a very long dungeon that requires a lot of climbing, a lot of sidetracking. We don't want to do that. I thought that was good. I'm just a little bit late right now. There's not really a good cue. Or at least I don't have a good cue on when to do it. You kind of just get a feel for it.
Yeah.
Early.
Is it just as the screen starts to fade in?
I think it's before that, honestly.
Oh.
There we go. We just got teleported down below where the lava is. And now we're here at the final escape sequence.
And that was Mount Horu.
Yeah, I hope you didn't blink. Alright, on to the actual escape sequence. Now, the trickiest part here is I cannot take any damage, because I need every bit of life that I have to get through this. Because I mentioned earlier, there's a swimming section. We don't have clean water. It's still poison. So, we need every bit of life we have to get through. So you will be seeing me taking it a little safe at times. That is to avoid taking damage. Because if I take any damage, I will not have enough life. And I will have to take a death and try again.
It is very fitting this ends with...
Yeah, like that. I was having an issue. I was having an issue grabbing the wall. That's okay. Honestly, I could have made that work before I got hit, but I'm like, no, I need to be lower. So the goal here is you have to stay ahead of Kuru. Had to think for a moment. Or you will get caught and basically destroyed. Alright, this is the tricky part. Because of the screen shake there, it really is more difficult than it needs to be. Alright, this is gonna be a PB. So we got like
a huge PB.
Let's go.
We've got like another minute and a half of kind of some cutscene stuff. So, any final words, Bo?
Yeah, for sure. Again, chat, we are raising money for Save the Children. Save the Children, most recently has, or I guess most recently, to date, has led the massive worldwide effort that helped reduce newborn deaths by over 40% since the year 2000, saving 1.5 million babies each year. So there is going to be a $1 per death donation from at least one person at the end of this run. But you can also get in on that, chat room. You can totally help out. You can match that, whatever that number ends up being, and we can get ourselves even closer to making life a little bit better for all the kids out there that could use the help.
Indeed. Time will be coming up pretty shortly, by the way. And yeah, after the run, I'll check the amount of deaths I have and post that in chat. And get that donation in.
I do want to just call you out because you did say you'd lost the gold split on Mount Horu. That was a gold split.
By the way, that is time. No, the final split right here. That's the one I meant.
The final split.
Yeah, but okay. I had a lot of gold splits this run. Oh my gosh. Yeah. At least I have 5 that are in front of me at the very least.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, geez. Great run.
Yeah, just demolished the estimate. Sorry.
Yeah, that end game, all the way from basically like getting stomp onwards, was just all gold and green splits. Yeah, just incredible.
Pristine.
This was a 4-minute PB.
Gameplay.
4-minute PB, and I already had over 10 minutes of buffer. Because the last time I did this in a run, well, really the only other time I did it for a marathon, or for hotfix it was, I was like 2 minutes under estimate with that same estimate. The last full run I did was overestimate.
I'm glad I could be here to be a good luck charm again, question mark?
I appreciate you, Mendez. You are like my best luck charm. So I hope you're prepared to learn every speedrun I ever learn.
Yeah, that's my fate now.
Ah,
Well, congratulations on the big PB. Well done, excellent run. If people would like to check out more runs like this and the other stuff that you do, where can the people find you?
my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Finalflame. Admittedly, I do not stream much anymore. Once in a while, I still try and do either speedrun content or World of Warcraft content. I'm also a staff member for Fast Paced Events, which I know we've done plenty with Speed Docs in the past, as well as Mendez. So we also do charity fundraising, and you can find me most of the times more often over in that Discord. It's actually through that I found out about Speed Docs many years ago, and I've tried to do as much as I can here since. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate everybody involved, all the viewers, the creators of this game, as I'm watching this amazing cutscene with awesome music. I haven't said that enough, how good this game really is. Both it and the sequel, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I highly, highly recommend both of them. And the randomizers, because, you know, randomizers are cool. But yeah, thank you. I'm gonna keep this going. I will check the amount of deaths. I don't think it was terrible, though, with this PB. Honestly.
Yeah, it seemed like there weren't that many, but any little amount helps to the charity. Okay, so chat room, we are gonna cut ourselves over here to a quick break. We're gonna get some words from the charity, a couple of bumpers from our friends, and when we come back, we will be working on getting ready for Dayman Oz game show. So don't go anywhere. Stick with us. We will see y'all on the other